the horns for me, man. Every single time. Hello, everyone. Welcome into another week of Soapbox Sports. Clean takes, full debate, straight from Soapbox. Brian, how you doing, man?
You know, we on that do-rag activity.
Do-rag activities. Yes,
Today, man, just keeping it real with y'all, man. I'm having a bad hair day because I would have just let it hang. But you know, that's all that's popping right now, man. But we had a weekend for the culture this week, Chris.
We did, bro. We both got the do-rag going. We both got a little scruffy, man. We just get clean for Thanksgiving. I ought to hold off on the haircuts.
I know, bro. The YouTube funds ain't came in yet.
Not yet. We
waiting on them.
Nah, man, but somebody who isn't waiting on it anymore, man. Brian, let's kick it off. You said for the culture. Start off with the culture, man. Sheduer Sanders getting his first start in the NFL and leading the Browns to a win. Pretty solid win at that over the Las Vegas Raiders. Brian, your boy, your town, the Cleveland Browns. How we feeling, man? How we feeling? Scale of 1 to 10. What number would you give Sheduer?
Man, it was a 10. It was a 10 because he came in and he captured the moment, Chris. The team was flying for Sheduer. He brought the energy, and you can feel the culture. Everybody was excited to him. They didn't do any ratings this weekend, but I'm sure that Cleveland Browns game was probably the most watched NFL game this weekend. You notice the NFL ain't talking about it. They ain't putting out the ratings, but I just want to say, man, Sheduer, you showed that you belong in the NFL, that you're not a fifth-round draft pick, and your potential is high, which is extremely important, especially when you're drafting a quarterback. It's not based on where they're at right now, but where they can be in the future. But just going based off the game, he was 11 for 20, 1 TD, 1 pick. But at the end of the day, he got the dub 24 to 10 against the Las Vegas Raiders, Chris. I loved every moment of the game. Almost every moment. But we'll get to it.
What's your number, bro? What's your number?
Oh, I told you a 10, man. He a 10. 10 out of 10, bro.
I must have missed that, bro, because
10. I came out with the 10s, bro.
10. Okay. Wow. 10.
10 out of 10, bro.
Hey, bro. Okay, listen. I'm gonna go 7. This is 7, bro. And honestly, it's really like a 6.5. I wasn't impressed. For one reason and one reason alone, because he kind of did what I expected him to do. I expected him to have an interception. He had one. But what he did after the interception was big. He played clean football. He knew where he wanted to go with the football. The Browns, they don't really have a lot of skilled players. They weren't really getting open. And Brian, he only took 1 sack. He got sacked like 5 times last week in only like 12 plays or something like that. I don't remember. He only took 1 sack, bro. That was huge, bro. He didn't put the ball in harm's way too much. He got fooled once. Okay, whatever. But the big play ability, when it was there to be made, he made them, bro. He extended plays, and you could see the juice on the offense kind of just be a little bit more livelier than what it was for Dylan Gabriel. We all love that one-arm sling pass, Patrick Mahomes type of throw to Isaiah Bond. But the big one for me was one where he kind of just stepped up and threw like a little floater over the top to like, what's your boy, Harold Fanning. Yeah. And, bro, the hair to the yards. I was just like, oh, yeah, that was a real nice throw, bro. Real nice touch. Dylan Gabriel's in there. He's taking the sack or he's throwing it into the stands. He's not giving guys a chance to make plays. He's going to be the starter moving forward. I didn't really like the talk afterwards, just like, keep it humble, bro. Keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Don't give nobody no ammo, bro. You played the Raiders, who probably would lose to a couple college teams. Well, probably 1 or 2 college teams because the Raiders are god awful, bro. But overall, it was a good 7. We'll see what he could do next week against a real football team.
I don't know how you say a 7 and then name everything on why it was a 10. He protected the ball. He only took 1 sack. He showed talent. I get what you're saying, but I feel like you're drudging him as if he's been in this position before. the coach gave him a rookie game plan. The coach had all the chains on him where it was just dink and dunk. But when he was dinking and dunking, you even saw the flare, like you said, that floater over Fanning over the defensive line to get to convert third down, or that bomb to Isaiah Bond, or that Jerry Jeudy was wide open, but that dot to Jerry Jeudy in which he fumbled, which hurts Sheduer at the end of the day because those are opportunities to boost his stats. But your rating is your rating. I loved what I saw because at the end of the day, I saw that he was 10 times better than Dylan Gabriel.
Brian, 10 times is wow, bro. That's crazy. He was 100 times better than
Bro, you had me for a second. I was like, hold on, man. Did you see Dylan's throw? Dylan's best throw don't even match up to Sheduer's worst throw. So, honestly, man, I loved what I saw. But let's talk about something I did not love. And that was Kevin Stefanski's post-game speech. And in Kevin Stefanski's post-game speech, he came in with so much energy, just saying we came on a roll, we got a victory. And, you know, he hasn't given that many victory speeches this season. So, you know, he had to bring the heat. And when he brought it, he thanked the punter was on his top, the defense, of course, a few pass catches by Fanning, and then he shout out, and then we had a rookie quarterback make his first start. Not even get a win. Rookie quarterback made his first start. Shout out to him. Sheduer kept it pushing. But it shows just from his body language, just how he's handling the press, just how he's handling Sheduer in general, that he does not bangs with this guy. Sheduer is not his guy. And he's struggling to hide that because in that game that I watched a coach that was trying to control the narrative. He is trying to protect Dylan Gabriel, his draft pick, as much as possible, Chris. The fact that Quinshon Judkins scored 2 rushing touchdowns, let me be honest with you. Those were wildcat formations that Sheduer brought them down the field to get to, and then took him out in the red zone twice. You know why? Because at the end of the game, most fans and most people, they don't look at the game. They look at the box score and they look at the stats. So if you prevent Sheduer from having multiple touchdowns in a game, guess what, Chris? They can't say he did well. Guess what, Chris? You're giving him a grade of 6.5. Guess what, Chris? You protect Dylan Gabriel because his stats look eerily similar to Dylan Gabriel without the interception. He threw that bomb to Isaiah Bond. Any quarterback would let their quarterback finish that drive off. If a running back did a 90-yard rush and fell at the 1, they're going to get that running back and make sure he get that touchdown because he earned it. Not with Kevin Stefanski. Also, he manipulated the scoreboard multiple times, and I was confused. The Browns were in position to kick a 58-yard field goal. They're up. Raiders have no offensive movement. They decide to punt instead of kick the 58-yard field goal. And you're like, okay, that's a bit much. But kickers do it every day. In this NFL, every coach is trying to make that going for that field goal. Next, at the end of the game, I'm not done. At the end of the game, the Browns were in position to kick another field goal from the 29-yard line. They're on the 29-yard line. They decide to punt. You know why, Chris? That protects the scoreboard. To say Sheduer Sanders in his first start led the Browns to score over 30 points on the Las Vegas Raiders. Now we can't let it get, we got to keep it here. We can't let it go here. Maybe he's trying to keep Sheduer's ego intact, but I just see a lot of manipulation and Stefanski simply controlling the narrative because he knows if the fans see 200 yards and 2 TDs and 1 pick, that's a lot different than 120 yards, 1 TD, and 1 pick. You know what? So overall, I feel like Kevin Stefanski is playing a game, and I don't feel like he can hide it anymore. And my disgust from this weekend is for him, but I loved what I saw from Sheduer. despite. And I hope that he pulls through, and I hope Stefanski is gone at the end of the year, and the Browns bring in someone who's going to really cultivate Sheduer, embrace Sheduer, and lead into his talents, man. Because all of that dinking and dunking, and I know it's his first game. He's trying to keep the rims on. I just wanted Stefanski to keep it fair, and throughout the game, I witnessed him not put in an equitable game plan. Because if that was Dylan Gabriel, I'm sure he would let Dylan Gabriel finish those drives. So I know that was long, but it was on my heart, man.
Nah, bro. I wanted to provide you a safe space, man, to get it all out.
Thank you, bro. You're my personal therapist, bro. Oh, man.
I'll keep it brief. I somewhat agree. I somewhat disagree. Yeah, that one drive on that throw to Bond, you got to let him finish it. But I've seen him do something similar with Dylan Gabriel, where he's taking him out the game. And we've talked about it too, and put Judkins into scoring the Wildcat formation. So I'm not really too tight about it, because it's just like prioritizing the team win, whatever. And you really you're not supposed to lose to the Raiders. That's just can't happen. You got to win those games. In terms of like kicking the field goals, I thought that was a little bit odd as well. We probably gonna have the FBI take a look into that, because he might be on that Chauncey tip. You know what I'm saying? But no accusations on him. But where I disagree is in that post game speech, he kind of did the same thing again with Dylan. He was just like, all right, good job, Dylan. In his first job, he didn't get a game ball. I think he's just trying to keep it fair across the board, not trying to show any favoritism. But at the end of the day, he's a lame duck coach. He's not going to be there next year. But Sheduer has a good opportunity in front of him to show what he's capable of. But I thought he was solid in this game, and I don't think he probably would have gotten those touchdowns on those plays from like the 1 yard line. They're probably going to run those in anyway. I am happy that he did get a touchdown, because he did, like you said, he did deserve it. Like the way he played, he deserved at least that on his stat line, as opposed to just having it with just 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. But he has a lot. Listen, the 49ers is a real test. He has a lot to improve upon. It's not going to be easy, because, again, the Browns don't have a lot of skilled players, if any, really. But I will say this. If there's only one thing that saved Andrew Berry's job, is this draft class. You guys have a lot of young talent. And with the right guy there, the Browns could actually be a really dangerous team moving forward, bro. So, yeah, I think that's enough Browns talk, bro. Talking enough Cleveland Browns. Let's move on to the star-studded teams, all puns intended, bro. Dallas Cowboys taking down the Philadelphia Eagles, bro, in a historic fashion, coming back from a 21-point deficit to secure the win, scoring 24 unanswered, winning 24-21 in their house versus the Philadelphia Eagles, the reigning champs. Brian, who deserves more credit for this one, bro? What do you want to actually? What are your initial thoughts? And then who deserves more credit? What's your thoughts on this game, bro?
Let's go straight into the credits, bro, because Dallas Cowboys deserve all the credit, and Jerry Jones too. You got to bring Jerry Jones in the mix, man. Jerry deserves credit, because people say he don't be pulling the trigger on the trade deadline, but ever since he pulled that trigger, the defense has looked different. Quinnen Williams making a difference. And let's go about probably the best off-season pickup this year. George Pickens making a difference. And the Cowboys, I'm giving it to them because they had enough grit to come back. It's a comeback victory where they had to have defensive stops to slow down the Eagles, like fumbles. Like they had to make plays on the defensive side to slow them down, and then simultaneously make immaculate plays on the offensive side to get in the game and eventually win the game. So they really got going. You know, Javonte Williams, CeeDee Lamb had a good game, but George Pickens, man, was literally dominating the secondary by himself. Three DBs, not enough. Send everybody. So I feel like Dallas took that win, and the Eagles continue to flail, bro. Just I think the rumblings in the locker room is getting to them. But I'll leave it there. Credit goes to Dallas.
Man, right? I'm getting ready to disagree with you, but you did such a good job, man. You did a really good job. You might have convinced me. Nah, man, the Eagles blew this. They definitely blew this game, bro. I'm sorry. You're up 21-0. Madden rules, you pass the sticks. Going like you got to pass the sticks. And the biggest problem that I have in this game isn't the fact that they lost, bro. It's the fact that they didn't score any points after going up 21-0, bro. You couldn't get a field goal on the board, bro. Like one drive. I think the first 3 drives I think were touchdowns, and then the rest of the way just nothing, bro. Nothing. They blew this game. I can't really fault the defense because they've been playing stellar all year, and you only gave up 24 points, in which you had a 21-point lead. You kind of expect your team to win that game. And then the biggest crime is this. Obviously, he's not having the year that he was having last year, but you're up 21-0. Best way to win the game is to kill clock. Saquon Barkley only ran the ball 10 times, bro. 10 times in that whole game, you only gave Saquon Barkley again, he's not having a great year, but still, he's still one of the premier backs in the NFL. Giving the ball 10 times. And on that note, Saquon, he just has to play better. That's another reason why they're not playing well, because anytime you allow Jalen Hurts to throw the football that many times, you don't have good games. You don't win. So I don't know if there needs to be a shakeup on that offense. Whatever needs to happen, he needs to stop play calling, get removed from his duties. But whatever's going on, this is not Super Bowl caliber offense. So the Eagles definitely lost this game because you can't lose a game in which you're up 21-0, especially after you lost the game earlier in the year. You were up 17-0, and you lost to the Denver Broncos at home. That's a trend, bro. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, like all that. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, I'm getting that wrong, but whatever. That was
bad. Same. They just a one-half team. They've been a one-half team all year. The Eagles,
the first or the second. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, the first or the second, and then they forget how to play. And I feel like Jalen Hurts is pressing, man, because he got too many mouths to feed. It's too many mouths to feed, bro. And he feels the glares from A.J. Brown. He feels the pressure. Now, he may, wear it on his sleeves very well, emotionless, very even keel, but any normal human being, you feel that. And I feel like the pressure on Hurts inside of his locker room is a lot to handle, even on top of just trying to manage the games and win games. And then you mentioned as well, quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts need a dominant running back. I'm not saying he's Daniel Jones, but he's in that Daniel Jones category type of quarterback where you need an elite running back to carry the load for you so you all can win games. So once Saquon comes back, I feel like the Eagles will be fine, but Dallas snatched their hearts away.
One last note, and because I'm looking through it, and it's funny, throughout the whole season, Brian, every single one of their wins, so they're 8-3, outside of the one win over the Giants, it's never been more than one touchdown. It's never been more than 7 points, bro. They just get barely by these games, bro. It's like, you're not going to win. That's not successful. That's not keys to success, bro. Yeah, I was high on the Eagles, bro. It's not looking good for them, bro. Dallas might have snatched their hearts with this one.
Yeah, Dallas might have snatched their hearts, but my boy George Pickens, he was snatching that pigskin. I ain't want to say the other word because that would have been straight balls. Straight snatching them. Nah, bro. But yeah, Chris, I don't know, man. Is George Pickens the number one, though? Because that boy a dog.
I don't think this should be a question. It's a yes.
Yes.
It's a yes. It's a yes. The real question is, this year, what does he rank in all-time receivers? Like, is he top 5 receivers this year, or he's clearly top 5? But like,
he's clearly
he one?
Top 5. I'll say he's the best receiver in the NFL right now. I had to wait. I had to wait to make this statement because you wanted to see if it was consistent. Let me just say something.
He's killing.
In Pittsburgh, he was killing it because he had all of the the top 5 catches in the NFL last year was all George Pickens. The only issue is he had Justin Fields and Russell Wilson throwing him the ball, and they were throwing the ball terribly, and he was making one-hand grabs and mossing people, and he was frustrated. You know, he a diva, he a receiver.
Yeah.
He go to Dallas, and I'm happy that he's able to show his true talent because he's showing that he's probably the best vertical receiver in the NFL.
They're vertical. They're putting him all over. He's showing versatility in the slot, out at the X, bro. Like,
yeah, but if you tell somebody go get it, I'm picking George Pickens out of anybody. Go get
honestly, it. You see Dak, he goes to George now. More often he goes to CD. It's just like, oh, listen.
Yeah, because CD be dropping the ball.
Let's be dropping the balls too. It's not helping.
So definitely okay. Well, I'm good. We agree on that. I think it's the eye test even tells. Like even CD's best year didn't. I just think the way George Pickens is doing it as well is elite and phenomenal. So.
All right, before we move on, we're going to be talking about the playoffs in the next segment. But like, what chances do you give the Cowboys to make it here? Because
I give them a 0% chance. Yeah.
Okay, I think we agree, bro. I don't see it happening.
Hey, ESPN and them was hyped this morning, like, everybody was giving Dan. Everybody, you know how them Cowboys fans go, man. Y'all about to get whacked by the Chiefs, bro.
I don't see it either. Yeah. Okay. Boom. All right, Brian. Oh man, that was a good segment, bro. What we got next, man? What we talk about next?
Yeah, so up for next, man, we're running through all of the divisions, man, just to talk about who we think gonna make the playoffs in each division or who's gonna win the division. So we're gonna kick it off with the NFC North. This is one of the divisions up for grabs. There's 3 teams fighting for the top spot. Chris, who you got? Winning the NFC North.
I've been pretty consistent on it, man. I'm gonna stick with it, even though they haven't looked good at times throughout the season, and they really should have the lead in this division, which they don't right now at this time. I'm gonna go with Green Bay. Yeah, again, it's a for me kind of too. Jordan Love's been playing all right, bro, better than last year on the turnover end, but still the turnovers that he does have, they're just also dumb. It's just like, bro, what are you doing? And then the offense is just so wishy-washy. It's inconsistent. They don't have a running game. Josh Jacobs just, I don't know, I guess lost his legs all of a sudden. Doesn't really want to power through it. But that defense wins championships, especially in the NFL. That defense is really, really, really good. I think if Jordan Love can just find his stride, he always finds a period to get hot. If you get hot going right into the playoffs, and then find more rapport with Christian Watson, who just came back, I think they'll have a really good chance to win this division. So I'm going to stick with the Green Bay Packers, bro. And their schedule is kind of weak outside of playing the Ravens once after Christmas. So, yeah.
Yeah, man, Detroit Lions, bro. You already know how I feel, bro. The Bears flew. I don't respect the Bears. Caleb Williams is probably the worst quarterback out of those 3. Green Bay, the Green Bay Cowboys, no, they ain't doing nothing, bro. Wow. They literally got the same problems as those good Dallas teams have. Oh, they can get to the quarterback, but they can't stop the run. And then they got a quarterback, they don't know if he can get it done in crunch time. And your quarterback nickname is J-Lo. Like, come on, dog. There's already been a J-Lo.
There's only one person who calls him that, man. Chill.
No, his nickname J-Lo, bro. Hell no. My QB nickname ain't gonna be no J-Lo, man. Nah, so Green Bay, they out of here. And I got Detroit. So let's keep it pushing though. AFC North. Let's stick on the north side. North. That's an ugly division, man.
Yeah, I'm not again like very similar to with the NFC North, bro. With my pick, I'm not really confident just by the way that they're playing right now. But I gotta go with the Ravens again. I picked them to win it even when they were down bad 1-5. I said there's a chance they can still do it because the Steelers are the Steelers. So I'm gonna have faith, bro. The offense looks terrible, absolutely terrible. But the defense looks good, but they haven't really played really good opponents, so I can't really put too much stock in that. I need to see that offense find some fire before they enter into the playoffs. I'm hoping that the stretch of easy games and a couple of hard games sprinkled in there. I think they only have like 1 or 2 hard games sprinkled in there outside of like their division. And yeah, so their experience going down the stretch here, do or die moments. I'm gonna ride with the Ravens. The Ravens should still win this division. They have control of it now.
Yeah. When my boy Joe Cool coming back? When Joe Burrow coming back?
Coming back this week.
He coming back. When he coming back this week?
This week.
Yeah, I'm feeling a hot take, Chris. I'm feeling a hot take.
You're not about to do that, are you?
I'm going to Pittsburgh Steelers because of Joe Burrow. The Steelers are done. The Steelers are done with the Bengals. They don't have to play them again. They're 1-1. But guess who got to play them twice? The
Ravens.
Ravens.
Nope.
And the Ravens have not looked good, and Joe Burrow has came to crash everyone's party. All of these games, the Bengals cannot close out like this past weekend against the Patriots. With Joe Burrow, they're getting it done. So look out. Look out, league. They coming to crash the party. Let's keep it going. NFC South. Let's go to the South side. That's pretty much up for grabs.
Man, I'm gonna ask you this because my pick is more of a question.
That whole division a question.
Yeah, because the whole division is just a question mark. Can Carolina do it? That's like
the thing is, Carolina should do it, but it's still Carolina. Carolina wins games that they're not supposed to win.
Yeah.
And Carolina loses games that they're not supposed to lose.
Yeah.
So you don't know who Carolina is because they're inconsistent. At least what we know about the Bucks, they're just hurt. So I feel like the moment will be too big for Carolina. They're going to get extremely excited that, hey, we're tied for first place. They have a game. Actually, they got a game tonight. They got a game tonight.
They win tonight, Brian.
Whoever, if they win this game tonight, they got it. If they lose, it's a wrap. Hands down, they're not getting it.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
It's in their court. It's in their hands right now.
So I'm gonna go Carolina just because, but that's my pick. But it's more of a question. Can they do it? I don't know. But I'm gonna go Carolina. Yeah, F it. Why not?
I mean, that might be a bad pick later tonight.
We'll see.
Let's go to the other South side, the AFC South, where the Colts lead the division. Chris, what's up with that division?
This is if you asked me 3 or 4 weeks ago, I would have been like, yeah, this is over, Brad. I don't really need to question this division. It's not a full question mark. I'm gonna stick with the Colts. They still look like the best team overall from the bunch that are in contention inside of this division. But the biggest question mark on that team is the most important position, which makes this so frustrating. I think they'll win the division, but I've never really had much faith in them in the playoffs because of Daniel Jones. But I'm gonna stick.
Yeah, bro, you being a little wussy, boy. Take a chance.
Man, I'm gonna stick with the Colts, man.
Man, speak with your chest. We going with the Houston Texans.
Of course you are.
All my exes live in Texas. I'm lying. Boy, we going Houston, baby. That defense, you see what they did to Josh Allen? Bro, that on prime time? Willie Anderson?
Yeah, it was special.
Bro, they went in there on a desperate team for the Bills. The Texans needed that game to have hope to make the playoffs. Now they got the Bills in the 7th seed. Let's go. Texans winning that division. Jags, I don't believe in any golden boy named Trevor. I don't believe in that. Let's keep it walking. Let's go. That's all. That's all the divisions up for grabs. We're not going to do all of them because we want to keep it short and quick. Those are the ones we know that's going to be pretty challenging.
Yeah.
But we do want to talk about who gets the last playoff spots, wild card spots for the AFC and the NFC. So if you don't know, there are 7 spots on each side, which has been expanded years past. Currently, the Bills are in the 7th seed in the AFC. Who would have thought? And then on the NFC, the San Francisco 49ers, who play tonight, are the 7th seed in the NFC. Chris, which one you want to start with, AFC or NFC? Who you got for your 7th seed?
On the AFC, last team in. So right now the Bills are the 7th seed.
Yeah, give me team. Give me team in out.
Yeah, the team that's going to drop out is the Jags. I don't think they'll make it. But the team that I think that'll jump in, even though I don't want to say, I think it'll be the Chiefs.
Take it in.
I think the Chiefs get in.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with logic.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs will get
But
in.
all pre-show, Chris said the Chiefs not getting in. I just want y'all to know. All pre-show, but you cannot argue with logic, bro. So I'm gonna chime in on the AFC. Chargers out, Jags out, Chiefs in, Texans in, Bills stay in as well. Chiefs are only 1 game behind the Chargers. If y'all wanted to know why I went with that, Chargers.
Bills have a big game next week. If they lose that,
then Steelers in. Steelers in. So it is fluctuating. Aaron Rodgers coming off injury. That's why I'm like, if they would have had Aaron Rodgers, Steelers would have had Aaron Rodgers this week, I feel like they would have beat the Bears. But how unfortunate a 42-year-old gets hurt. That's what happens when you don't have a quarterback. For real. NFC, Chris.
Man, you gonna love this, bro.
Yeah. Talk to me.
You're absolutely gonna love this, bro. Niners out. Lions in.
Niners out, Lions in. Okay. I'm trying to say I'm not mad at that. So I'm going to go Bears out. Because I feel like Detroit is going to win the division. I'm going to go Bears out. And that means Lions and Green Bay. Nah, actually, I like where
I got to take the Bucks out, too. Put Carolina in.
Yeah. No, I like where it's at. I like where it's at right now. The Bears are going to get the last 7th seed. I'm just saying that Detroit is going to take the number 1 seed. So 3 from the NFC North. But yeah, that's all for the NFL. Well, not all just yet. We definitely got to come back with our popular segment. Don't drop the soap. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
You got to relax.
You gotta relax.
Yeah, let's go ahead and kick it off with your Don't Drop the Soap player of the week or team or moment. Let us know what it is, man.
We talked about it at the top of the show. I called them fool's gold last week. Jordan came on, yelled at me, told me I was wrong. Here's the one key thing that the Eagles need to do to have success. Run the damn football. But in order for them to have success running the damn football, the person running the damn football has to run the damn football good. Saquon Barkley, you've been ass. I'm sorry for cursing. But you have, bro. Nobody expected you to have the season that you had last year. We didn't expect this. All right? You need to have some personal pride, bro. Go out there, show some heart. And show what you have in the tank, bro, because what you're putting out there is not okay. One stat and one stat only, bro. We're 11 games into the season for y'all, bro. You've only had two rushes, more than 20 yards. It's a problem. Big problem, all right? Get it together, bro. Stop dropping the soap. Big fumble yesterday. Dropping the football, not okay. Do better. Who you got, Brian?
Yeah, I like that one, Chris. I like that one. I'm going with Joe Flacco for the Cincinnati Bengals.
Oh man, Joe.
Man, Joe, boy, that boy know how to turn it over. I'm gonna be honest, the Bengals actually had the Patriots on their heels yesterday. They had them on their heels until Joe Flacco said, not today. I will not win this game. Where's the nearest cornerback? Here. He basically did a pitch to the Patriots corner, bro, for a pick six. If y'all would have seen the play, because you're like, quarterbacks always throw pick sixes. You're like, yeah, that happens. But if you would have seen how the pick six happened, it was kind of embarrassing. He had time in the pocket, and he went to his dump off or his safety, which was his running back. And the corner was sitting in cover two, covering the flat, sitting right there. The fact that the corner didn't even have to hide it, Flacco just turned and let it rip. That boy let it rip and threw a touchdown to the New England Patriots. And from there, the Patriots caught wind, and they had enough from their defense to win that game. And guess how much the Bengals lost by? 6 points. So that tells you right there, Joe Flacco threw the game away. But yeah, those are our Don't Drop the Slope nominees of the week. Please let us know in the chat if you have any other players you want to add to the Don't Drop the Soap list. But we're going to stop there with the NFL because we got to get the hoops going.
Gotta get the hoops going. Brian, what we talking about on the hoop side, man? What's going on, man?
Man, we kicking it off. We kicking it off with LaMelo Ball, one of the Ball brothers, the best Ball brother. There has been trade rumors for LaMelo Ball, and we want to get into it because LaMelo has been on the Charlotte Hornets since he came into the league, and they have not had a winning season since he came in the league, nor been to the playoffs. I don't even believe they've been in a play-in. Chris, where's a good landing spot for LaMelo? Is there a good landing spot for LaMelo? Or is this just all smoke?
One, I think this is all smoke. Two, we were talking about this earlier. What does LaMelo really bring to the table that's going to bring value or a value add towards winning? So I can't really think of a good landing spot for him. I'd probably say the best landing spot if he wants like a fresh start and the opportunity to still be a star, but actually be coached up by a good coach, is go to the Clippers. Their window's done. You have a pick and roll partner with Zubats. Y'all around the same age. Get coached by Ty Lue. You know, you can put kind of a good team around you to insulate the fact that you're terrible on defense, even though with that frame, you should be absolutely amazing. Yeah, so I probably say the Clippers, but who wants to go out west? You probably have a team in the East, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, so the Clippers for me, bro. I think that'll be a good spot for him.
LaMelo Ball belongs where he's at in a forgotten NBA franchise, a bottom-tier NBA franchise. Charlotte, if you trade him to the Wizards, where he can go and he can be a wizard on the court, bro. That man is Wizard Kelly in the flesh, bro. Let him go out there, throw dimes, shoot from half court. Let that man fill the seats for those franchises that are struggling to sell tickets. I don't believe LaMelo Ball belongs with any contender. He's on that, and Jordan Poole won, but he's on that Jordan Poole type player level where it's all just, you know,
in games,
just giggles. You know, I mean, he's kind of been basketball royalty, all his life. You know, growing up, I feel like he's super entitled, super spoiled, and it shows in his game. Yes, he might be maturing, but his game looks spoiled. It looks like he was the kid who got to shoot any shot he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because his dad ran up to the coach and said, "Why my son not getting the ball? And I'm gonna take him from the school if you don't let him shoot every shot.
We win the Latvia.
Right. Right. And if you look at his high school highlights, and everybody highlights, high school highlights are great, but his was him shooting from half court and doing emotes and stuff. Like, that's the type of player he is. I don't mean it. This wasn't an opportunity to trash on LaMelo. He's super talented. From a fantasy perspective, oh my gosh, he's a dog. He's a triple-double threat. And also, and another flip side, he never plays. They say he's averaging 35 games a season over the last.
Terrible, bro. Come on.
Over the last 3 seasons.
Man.
So, I mean, like, any contender would literally be pulling the Dallas Mavericks trade for AD type. You thought you brought somebody in, and just to add even a little bit more context, the LaMelo talks began because the Mavericks are trying to ship away their entire team. Well, all the old guys, so AD. And so Charlotte is like, well, not Charlotte, but Dallas is thinking about getting LaMelo because he fits Cooper Flagg's timeline. But overall, stick him with a bottom tier franchise where he can shoot and we can see some nice highlights.
I would say that him and Jordan Poole on the same team would be pure joke.
Gold, bro. Bro. This is an old reference, like a Nick Young, just those type of players who you can't take serious, bro. But he's great for ESPN top 10 though. Like highlights, I would love to see his highlights. I'm not watching his games though, hands down. So let's keep it pushing about things that actually matter in the NBA. Outside of LaMelo, news has came out that CP3 has announced that this will be his last season. And it's perfectly right that he finishes his career with the Clippers. I think once he went there, we all kind of seen the writing on the wall. And the wall, there's been a long text on the wall because it's been the end for a while for CP3. Wow. I think what we want to get into is like, where does CP3 rank all time? And this is essentially a question that I'm going to answer. It's not for you, Chris. You can comment. But CP3 to me is an all-time great, and he is in my top 5 point guards of all time. And he's actually number 5. And if I had to go and do my list, number 1 is Magic. I think that's universal. Number 2 is Steph. Number 3 is Zeke, Isaiah Thomas. And people are not going to like this one. Number 4 is Russell Westbrook for me. And number 5 is Chris Paul, CP3. And John Stockton is number 20. I just throw Stockton out there. It's Stockton 20. How you feel, Chris? Would you got anything to say about like just CP3's legacy overall? Where does he fit all time?
I'm not going to get into the all-time thing because, we disagree there. But huh?
I said, give my man some flowers.
Nah, man, no flowers for CP. No flowers for CP. Great player, obviously one of the greats. Definitely first ballot Hall of Famer. I would like to see him get a ring, bro, because I know it's not going to be like excellent returns. It's definitely diminished values for what Chris Paul can provide at this stage of his career. But I would like to see him on a contender. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the Rockets, they need a point guard, somebody to come in, control it a little bit, talk to some people. But yeah, I don't want to see him rot away on the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? With Kawhi and James Harden, bro, and John Collins, guys who don't really, no disrespect to them, don't really care at this point. You know what I'm saying? They're just here to get paid. And Chris has always been somebody who's been competitive, despite what I personally believe he ranks all time. You can't deny his competitive nature. Definitely one of the greatest undersized guards to ever play the game. So, yeah, I would like to see him get a ring. So, hopefully the Rockets can probably pull the trigger. Ride the bench on Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Because all of a sudden Detroit looks legit, man. So, I don't know. I just want to see him get a ring, personally.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. But no, I think Chris Paul has seen, like I said, the writing on the wall is not just one line. It's been a paragraph. I think after that finals, we saw the decline. When he went back in 21, he was declined there. That was literally the drop off after game 2 when they were up 2-0. He's never been the same since. And I think Chris Paul has realized that.
Last year though, Brian, with the Spurs, he wasn't great minutes, but coming off the
Yeah,
bench.
but this move to the Clippers was his ring chase. He thought that they were going to be good this year. Everyone had the Clippers as contenders this year. And as you can see, they're at the bottom of the West. And I think Chris Paul is sitting here like, bro, it's not meant to happen. Like, you got to see destiny out. You got to see, like, maybe it's not in my destiny to win a ring. And I think that's all right because winning a ring is a team game. Chris Paul has led a team to the finals. He has led multiple teams to the playoffs. He like, bro, I'm solidified. I'm not even great anymore, and I don't feel like doing this no more. So I just feel like Chris Paul sees that it may not be in his destiny because let's say he go chase that ring, Chris, for the Rockets. And fingers crossed, Sengun go down or KD go down. And you're like, bruh, come on now. Like, what I got to do? So I feel like he's doing the right thing.
The Nuggets. Team up with Jokic.
Jokic, who never gets hurt, Jokic goes down. Chris Paul.
He just bring the cancer to the injury.
Chris Paul, the Grim Reaper, bro. That mean Final Destination. So that's unfortunate that he doesn't get a ring, but I feel like his legacy overall, he's one of the great, to me, top 5 point guards of all time.
That's fair. All right, we can move on, man. Talking about a guy who's going off into retirement, into the sunset, into probably the funniest battle of the weekend of two guys who probably should be retired, bro. We call this the battle of the wash, bro. Klay versus Ja. Brian, bro, did you see? I didn't see the game, so I got to be clear. But I saw the video. I heard the comments about what happened between Klay Thompson and Ja Morant. What's going on here, bro?
Well, first off, I want to start. It's okay that you didn't see the game. Nobody saw the game. Nobody was watching that game, bro. Essentially, the Ja Morant Klay beef from his Golden State days has carried over into this game. And Klay actually played well this game, but Ja was talking smack. In the post-game interview, I don't know the cat name who was hitting all the threes, but he basically came and stormed his interview and said, yeah, the best 3-point shooter in the game tonight, not that guy from Golden State, and like just dropping shots, and then they was mouthing all game. Then Ja got in his face and started pointing fingers. Klay smacked his hand. It looked like they was about to, they was about to wrestle. They weren't about to do nothing, but it looked like they was about to wrestle a little bit. Looked like they was about to wrestle. And yeah, man, I mean, it's just good comedy and drama, some old drama. But I think the segment hits it on the nail. Battle of the washed, Chris. Literally, Klay Thompson, done. The man is he's struggling to average double-digit points per game this year. I mean, struggling. And he ain't scared to shoot either. So he toting that rock up. Ja Morant got other things on his mind. That man trying to be the hardest gangster in the league. That boy trying to be Ghost from Power. He trying to be Devo. I mean, listen, Ja Morant got other plans. And he talking all this smack from the sidelines why he hurt and why his team is going down. So, Chris, man, do you want to add anything just to this segment?
No, you summed it up, bro. But I was trying to think, like, who does this look worse for, Ja or Klay? It's Ja, bro. It's definitely Ja, because at least Klay's playing. You know what I'm saying? He's playing. He's won 3 or 4 rings now.
4 rings, bro.
4 rings. He always does that 4 thing to everybody. He gets to talk his crap
all day.
Nah, the world was your oyster 3 years ago, bro. You were the guy. You were gonna be the face of the NBA now. Look at you, bro. You're the face of GTA. You just gotta listen, bro. Like, calm down, man. Like, this is bad, bro. This is just bad. Both of y'all are washed, man. And y'all just gotta stay to the sidelines. Nobody wants to see this, bro. Please.
Yeah, John Morant is an unnecessary disruption on and off the court, bro. You fighting with your own organization. They don't even want you. You got your coach fired, who is actually great for you all. And honestly, you've never been the leader of your team. Once Dylan Brooks left, the Grizzlies went down, bro. He was the coach. Hey, greatest intro ever.
Dylan, go to him.
So Klay just standing up for himself, bro. It's just a little smack talk. He actually playing 4-time champ, and he missed 2 seasons from ACL and tearing his Achilles, bro. So Klay, you in the good, bro. And like you said, you don't need to waste your time with players who don't even play the game no more.
Yeah, man. That's enough of that. Enough of that, bro. Enough of that, bro. Let's keep it pushing, man. This segment, real quick, we're gonna run through it. Last segment for the NBA. Ceiling versus floor. Got 3 teams. Essentially, how I broke it down is the number 1 team in each conference, the number 4 team, and then the number 8 seed. Currently, as it stands, today's rankings. We'll take the ceiling and the floor. Ceiling, obviously, best possible outcome. Floor, worst possible outcome. And where do we think they are? I'm gonna take the Eastern Conference right now. Coming in at number 1 is the Detroit Pistons, which is surprising. Second best record in the NBA, only 2 losses. I think they're 15-2, which is absolutely outstanding. I wouldn't have had this ceiling to start out the season, but ceiling for them is NBA Finals. This defense is crazy. Cade's hooping, Jalen Duren hooping. This team is really well-rounded. They have a lot of pieces that people don't really talk about. So floor for me is a first-round exit. Again, that youth factor is still there, but the East is wide open. Moving on to the Heat. Ceiling for them. Funny enough, I'm going to say it, bro. The ceiling for them is NBA Finals. This is one of those funky years that the Heat do that stupid thing that they do, and that's beat up on everybody in the playoffs, and then they make the NBA Finals, and then they lose in 5, like they usually do. Don't think that'll happen, so I'm definitely going more towards the floor, which is missing the playoffs altogether. I think that's definitely a possibility. I think they'll probably be a 10 seed, probably losing the play-in. And then last team for me right now, the 8th seed currently standing is the 76ers. Ceiling for them, Eastern Conference Finals. I think that's reasonable. Maxey is playing on another level. Definitely putting himself now in the MVP conversation. If he could keep them afloat, Joel has to find some footing. That's key for them in order for that ceiling to be the thing that could hopefully push it up. But right now, I'm gonna go lean more towards the floor, which is where they usually are, second round exit. I think Maxey and Edgecombe growing up throughout the playoffs will help them out. The season and the playoffs will help them, but they'll just wash out in the second round like they usually do. So I'm gonna go floor for them. But yeah, those are the 3 teams for the East. Brian, you got the West, ceiling and floor.
Yep, ceiling or floor. We're going to start with the number 1 team, which is the OKC Thunder, and their ceiling is quite obvious. So let's tweak it a little bit. Their ceiling is breaking the win-loss record, so the 73-9 record of the Golden State Warriors. That's their ceiling. For their floor is the second round exit. And I was going to say Western Conference Finals, but the West is deep. So I feel like OKC will have the number 1 seed, so they'll get the easiest matchup to get to the second round. But from there, anything is possible. Next team, the Houston Rockets. Their ceiling is the Western Conference Finals. Their floor, first round exit. If they get matched up in that 4-5 where they got to see Denver or someone, it's going to be a problem. The West is just ultimately super stacked. Lastly is the Golden State Warriors. Their ceiling is the NBA Finals. Their floor, play-in. The Golden State Warriors are proven. They know how to get it done. And honestly, at this stage in all of their players' careers, they only care about the playoffs. They just need to make the playoffs. Just like last year, as soon as they got to the playoffs, they're kind of a threat. Everyone was kind of a little worried about the Golden State Warriors. So, yeah, they could be your surprise finals team, but low probability on that.
Steph would have to go berserk.
Yeah, they have to go berserk. But yo, that's all for us today. Thank y'all for tuning in live and watching us. Please like, comment. Y'all, we trying to chat with y'all. And if y'all want to come up and step up to the profile, hit us up in the comments. I'll comment below.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all.